today again. My name is João, and I will be with Emmanuel today. Emmanuel will explain us everything about how to license your app in Calipso Studio. This is going to be the first of some monthly webinars that we will be hosting in 2022. We gathered some suggestions from you guys, from other customers, partners, from some friends who are using Calipso, in order to understand which things should we talk about. However, if you have any suggestion that you would like for us to talk in the next webinars, please feel free to send us a message, and we will accept it, and we will see if we can talk about it in another webinar. By the way, talking about messages and questions and doubts, during this webinar, we know that some questions might appear, so we will answer to all the questions in the end. And to be able to do so, we ask you please to write all your questions in the chat that you will find on the right bottom of the screen. Regarding this webinar, well, we know that protecting your developed project is a must, which is why with licensing you will save your application copyrights and assurance their authenticity. So let's go for it and see how we do it. Emmanuel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to apologize for one thing because I cut my tongue. So if my speech is not very good, my apologies. But I have a small cut here. So okay, let's try to share my screen. Let's try to share this one. Please tell me if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can. Yes, we are seeing it, Emmanuel.
Okay. So I don't know how many of you already are working with Calipso, and just to before start doing something, Calipso has a very interesting licensing model. It's a bit like Microsoft Word. You buy Word, but you don't pay for the documents. Here is the same with Calipso. You buy Calipso Studio, or you buy a subscription, but you don't need to pay us anything regarding the applications that you make. If you want to sell them, you can sell them. If you want to offer them for free for your customers, you can offer them for free for your customers. So that's not a problem. And we will not force you to do anything. So you can decide, and you are free to choose your business model. But if you want to sell your application, you have a small issue. Either you sell using Google Play Store or Apple Store, something. I keep forgetting the name. But that has an issue. If your customer buy one application, let's say for €2, and then he install the same Google account in all Android devices, he will only buy one license from you. So if he has 100 devices, you only sell one application, and that's not ideal. And sometimes you want to sell by device and not by an account. So that's what I will try to approach here, and I will try to approach how to license these offline without internet, because sometimes we have customers in the military division or government divisions that don't allow connection to internet. So let's see how we can manage two things here with the licensing. Let's give some name and save this to a folder. I'm assuming that you already know the ABC of Calipso. Okay, I will try to explain, but I'm assuming that you already know one or two things. Okay, so first thing, and I want to try to explain, is that if you are licensing using username and password to a database, that's really easy. Either you have the username or you don't have the username. So that's fairly easy, and I will not go that way. So I'm more interested in the device problem. Okay, so I'm creating here a new form. And this webinar, the goal is to be quick and to give you ideas. So, okay, now we have a form, and one action that is really useful here in Calipso is get serial number. Okay, sorry about this. Get serial number. Okay, so we have an action that is get serial number, and this is the only action that actually works with the operating systems. We have different versions for how can I say, for because of older versions of Calipso. Okay, but you should use the last one. Let me choose a global variable here for global serial number. Okay, and let's see what is this. Okay, so I will just create a text box in my screen just to check what will be this. Let's make it bigger because it will be a lot of numbers. And after I open my form, I will set value. I will just copy the value from the variable to my input. Okay, very basic stuff. We can see on the simulator. Okay, so we have a number. This serial number, it's not anywhere in the system. Okay, so this is a serial number produced by Calipso. Okay, you cannot find it in a box. You cannot find it in the settings. Okay, and let's try the same thing on my Android device. Let me update my key client. Okay, the first time you test on an Android device without any key client will take a little bit longer. Key client, it's the application that we use to load projects without compiling everything. Okay, if you compile everything, if you compile the APK, it will take you about 10-15 minutes, depending on the speed of your machine. But if you do this way, it will be a lot faster. Okay, see, we have a completely different serial number. And again, I can, sorry, let me open this again. And this serial number doesn't have anything to do with any other serial number that you can find. Okay, so even if you are selling a box of a device, even if the user will see outside the box a serial number, that will not match with this one. Okay. Okay. Let's minimize this. So now we have a unique identifier for a machine. Okay. So how we can manage this? Because some customers you are online and other customers you are offline, and the difficult part with the offline, so sometimes how we can send back and forth, how can you license this? I will try to give you an idea, a very simple way to license this. Okay, so I will create a new form. Okay. Small button here. Offline. Show form that. Okay, I should change the name, but for now it's okay. So if we are completely offline, we just have one or two options. completely offline, you are depending or copying the value manually or copying the value using a file. But if you have the possibility of at least connect to the internet once, you can also send an email. That is a very low tech and kind of intuitive. Okay, so let's say this is our application. We need a way to generate that and then to validate that. Okay, so buy a license. Okay, and a very easy way to do that is to save a file, and the other way is to send an email. Okay, so let's first save the serial number to send to you. The customer will save the serial number and send the serial number to you, and you will license that serial number. Okay, so to save that, I will make it very easy. So file, save content. Okay, the file name, we will save it first on P folder. We always use P folder to save, to manage file. That's an internal folder of Calipso. And let's not complicate the name. Terminal serial number can be like this. Okay. And the value, we can place the serial number. Okay, let's save the file. And then you can move this to a download folder. Copy. Okay. And why not ask if they want to send by, sorry, if they want to send by email. Yes, no question. Okay. If I answer this as yes, I will send an email. Okay, it's better if you can use a SMTP server. To use a SMTP server, you just need to do SMTP connect. I don't have a SMTP. I have, but I don't want to use it now. An STP server connect and disconnect, because then my password will be clear to everyone. So I will use the send email. The action is very similar to the SMTP send email. The only difference is that this will open my default email client, and the other one will use background. Okay, sender email, so will be to my company. Probably, oops, not this one. I'll use my email. Let me put this aside and copy. To me. My address. Oops. Okay, let me put serial number. Of course, you can elaborate the emails with okay. That's it. Or okay, save. Oh, but it's good that Calipso give me errors, so I avoid mistakes. Oops, 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 oops. Let's push this up. I don't need the else. Okay, so let's see. We can try this on our simulator. By a license. Do you want to send by email? No, I don't want to send by email. Let's see what he done with the file. Okay, it's here. Let's open this. Okay, it's there. It's my license. Sorry, it's my serial number. Let's try with Android device. Yes, I wanted to send by email. Okay, just send the email. Good. So now you have the serial number from your customer. Now we need to license this. Okay, so how we can do that? I don't know if this is the perfect way. It's just one way and one idea to you. Okay. So I will create a new form here. Okay. One will be our customer, and another one will be offline. Oops. Okay. This one, two. So now we have the serial number. Either we can open the file or we can copy paste the file. So I'll place here an input. What I will do, I will encrypt that serial number, and then we will send the encryption back to the customer. Okay, so and I will put an input on the screen just so we can see what's happening. Okay. So what I will do, I will grab the value that is on the first input. I will encrypt that value, and then we will send that value. Okay, so let's go here to code, Crypt. We need to create a password, and this one just for you, and choose a big and safe password, of course. Don't do like this. So my source will be on the screen, just so be more useful. And the target will be also for the screen. Okay. And you can make printable characters if you want. Okay, we will generate a value to you. Maybe we can generate a file and send the file. Maybe that's the best option. Okay, so let's do that. File, save, content. Value. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So I will pretend I will copy this. So I will place serial number of my customer. I will generate a license, and then I will send this license. Okay. See, my license is over there. Now I will try to use that license to license my how can I say my device. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. So let's go here to this screen. And this is our application. So if I don't have a license, I need to buy one. But if I open my application, I need to validate if that license is good. Okay, so let's assume that the license is on the download folder. So you just say to your customer, okay, just put it on the download folder, and we will take care of the rest. So file, copy. So first thing, we will copy the license to our P folder. Okay. Then we will load the content. Okay. So license. And now we will validate if this license is good or not good. So we need to decrypt. You can also use the text, but that's okay. Oh, sorry, this is the password. So this you need to place exactly the same password. And this is your secret. Okay. And the source will be here. And the target can be generated serial number with exactly the same options. And now if this it's equal to this, okay, we have a license. If not, we don't have a license. Okay, let's just put a label here on the corner. Set value. Okay, and if the license is okay, then you can place a button to start application, etc., etc. Or if it's not okay, you will hide the button or other option. Okay, so let's see if this is working. Let's not forget that I need to generate the license. Where is it? It's here. I will copy to my downloads. Now I'm opening my application and something was not... Okay, maybe I'm putting license is okay. I'm putting on the button and not the label. Sorry, my mistake, but it's working. Okay, and you can see that the generated license it's the same that we decrypt from the license. So this is one idea. Okay, You can elaborate, you can place an icon to open the file, but this is the most basic idea to license an application, an offline application. Okay. Okay, so we still have some time. Let's do other way. Let's try to do this with a database. Okay. With a database will be even easier. So let's say you are offering your customer an application that is connected. You know that your customer has internet. So you can set up your own license server online, a Windows server anywhere with one mesh communicator. Okay. So let's pretend that I have a mesh communicator running online. Okay, it's here. My license server. So please encrypt the connection, of course. And this will be a fixed IP address from your server. And in your server, you will have a database. Remember that in Calipso, you can have multiple mesh communicator connections. So that's why you can have a server just for this, just for the license. Let's sync a small table that I created. It's a very basic table, okay? So let's check what I have here on my table. The main idea that I'm trying to transmit here is that you can have a very simple table with just the serial number, and you will say that this serial number is valid or not valid. That's it. Of course, you can elaborate. You can put your customer ID or VAT number, or of course, you can also elaborate expiration date. You can also do the expiration date on the offline, and the user will not see. But of course, the basic idea is just to send the serial number and validate that serial number. Okay, so let's try that. Okay. So first thing we will do is, we already are getting the serial number of the device. So I will check with my server if I am okay or not okay. So I will select, I will select from my server if is there my license or my serial number on the database. And I will get my license type. Because you can have different types for different functions. Maybe the user A can do an inventory, but the user B can do an inventory and a picking or something like that. So you can have different types of license. Okay, if my record count is 0, so on this moment, it's the first time you connect with the database. So you have a new customer. That's good. So maybe we want to do something with that. Okay, so let's see. I'll create a new plane here. Okay, you have a new terminal. I want a license. Okay, you can add, let's say, you can send an email to your with your name. And maybe your VAT. Okay, just help your customer. I want a license. Please give me a license. Okay. So let's go to the form. So if it's the first time you connect, go to plane 1. Okay. I want a license. Okay. So if you want a license, just make an insert on the database. The serial number will be unique. And of course, you can place the email. Oh, sorry. No, where is it? Here. So you can decide different license types. So let's say this is a new license, or you want it's not yet licensed, so you want to license this, and maybe why not to add the date that you request this. So let's put get system date plus get system type. Okay, and of course you can also add that. I'm not validating any of this. You should validate the email. If you want to validate the email, we have a sample on our website to validate emails using regex. Go there, download, and validate that before submitting and before inserting. Okay, that will help you a lot. Okay, so I want a license. Please give me a license. Okay. So after I get a license, either my device is okay or not okay. How we know that? So remember that every time we open, we check with the server. Okay, you can optimize this. You can save the license in a local database, so you don't need always to be checking this. So you just need to check it once. But if you want, it's online. It's just a very easy select. We'll just return one line, so that's not really a problem. So if you ask for the server, if they have your serial number, you will get the license type. And let's pretend if my license type it's equal to A, so everything is okay, and go to plane 2. Otherwise, if it's not okay, go to plane 1 to buy a license, or maybe the license has expired or something else. So it's the most simple and basic license model that I can remember. Also, let's try this on my phone. Okay. Let's try the online method. Okay, so see, I have a new terminal. Good. So let's fill in some information here. Emma, my email. Sorry. Oh, I keep, because I'm not validating anything, I can just do this. And my VAT number I want a license. Okay, you should send a message to the user. Okay, you got the license. So you check your server at night, or you have a trigger or something else. Or you can also ask the user if you want to alert and send an email. Why not? Just you license this, the application. Now you have the serial number on the server. See, and maybe now you want to license this. Okay, to license this, you create an application or just go to the database, and after the customer pay, you just change this to A and execute. Oops, sorry. What's the problem? Okay, so now it's licensed. And if I exit my application that I'm simulating when I go back to the first form, and if I go again, now the license is okay. This way is easier. You don't need to send files back and forth, but we know that sometimes that's impossible. Other ways you can license this. Remember that when we generate when we generate our key, okay, let's generate the key again. You have a bunch of numbers. Why not converting this to a QR code, and then you just send a QR code to your user, and the user just need to open the camera. That's another way to license your device, and you can place validate a date here on the encryption key. There are a bunch of ideas that I like to answer if you ask me. This is just a suggestion that you can use the file and the encryption method to license your terminal, and again one database license them. But, and this is a big but, this has one problem, and I need to alert. If the user makes a factory reset to the terminal, this number will change. Okay, so maybe if they do a factory reset, and if they install the application again on the device, and if they ask for a license, of course they will identify with the same customer ID, name, and so on. So you need to delete or and use the old license and generate a new one. This is so for safety. So imagine the user sell the device to other customer, and the other customer, of course, they will reset the device, and maybe you want to also sell a new license to the new user, or they broke a device and they send the device back again to the factory, and they will send you a new device. So you need to license that. So keep in mind, if they factory reset the device, this serial number will be different. Okay. I think for now, let's go to some questions. João?
Hello again, Emmanuel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, it takes some time for the sound for the microphone to turn on. Yeah, let's jump on to some questions. I know that some of them were related to the last thing that you told us about the factory reset, so I think those ones are already answered. But yeah, let's see what we have here. So first, no, this is not the first question. Not this one as well, sorry. Here, get serial number does not work in Android 10.
Does it work? Work, and I can show you.
Okay.
Let's do that. What probably he's asking is not. We have another action in Calipso for details for the. Let me show.
You're turning a device, or?
Yes, I'm connecting the device. One moment.
Okay.
Not to get. What was the other action that we needed? It's terminal ID, no, not the terminal ID. say it was because we have another place get location. No, it's this one. It's properties. Keep forgetting about get system information. Yes, this one, this serial number does not work with Android 10. Forget. But this one works. Okay.
Okay.
So I have here a device with me. I will generate a project.
Great.
Let's see if I can show you. Okay, this one, it's relatively new. And as you can see, this one, it's Android 11. Oh, that's nice. Just do this. Okay. Oh, 11. Okay.
Yeah.
How can I exit this? Bye-bye. So let's synchronize our project. See, I have the serial number here. Okay, and if I want, I can license this again. Something. I want a license. Let's check the server. I should have here. See, now I have a new device.
Yeah.
Okay, so the get serial number works. The other action that I told you, that doesn't work, but this one works.
Okay.
Next
Let's proceed
question.
to the next question. If you remove the app and then install it again, will it give the same number?
Yes, unless you generate. I think, let's say, if you generate a new, if they factory reset, no, but if the same application, yes.
Okay, let's proceed. Maybe some questions are already answered during the session, but it's
no, that's okay.
Good to get there again.
Yes.
Is there any way to retrieve a persistent identifier to use for licensing purposes so devices can be licensed based on predetermined information rather than runtime?
No. No, exactly because what the problem with the get serial number from Android. Okay, so no, unless you want to try to license by MAC address, but that is a bit complicated. So I think the best option is to use get serial number rather than runtime. No, I think the best option is to, because nowadays with Android, you can't get the serial number of the device. Okay, this one, the normal, I think you can see it here. About see this one, all specs. Touch signal, email, something. All devices have a serial number, but now you cannot see them. Okay, or even if you can see them, you cannot get them by software. So the get serial number that we invented, it's the only way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's proceed to the next question then. Does the get serial number work in all devices with Windows C?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes. One moment. If you have questions like this, you can go here to our documentation. Get serial. Okay. And you will see an image popping up. Oops, sorry. See? So this option works on all operating systems. Okay. And you have some recommendation. You should also always use version 4. Okay. But yes.
Yeah. Later on, I will send you an email with the recorded session, and in there I will include the link for the documentation in case you didn't see it. We renewed it, so it's a kind of a new one. So yeah, we haven't got an answer for this question because we had a customer with more than 50 devices using Windows C, Windows Mobile, and he had no problem with a get serial number. So
Thank you, Clement.
yeah, how to collect a real serial number of the Android device?
You can't.
We can't do it now, right?
No, not with the new versions of Android. No.
Yeah, I believe it's for security reasons, probably.
Yes.
Okay. So next question: can I allow more than one device to have the same serial number?
No. Serial number is unique to the device. So it will be two different devices will always have two different serial numbers.
Okay, great. Calipso serial number changes after the terminal smartphone repair. This is a real problem for our customers. They have to ask for the new license after the repair. I believe this is also because the factory reset.
Yes, yes. That's a problem and a safety guard for you.
Yeah.
So imagine that they sometimes terminals like this one they send back to the factory. They repair, let's say, the screen, okay, and then they will sell them again. So imagine that you have your application in Google Play. The new person can download that application and automatically will be licensed without paying anything. So that's bad for you. So that it's good that the serial number will reset and will change. I know maybe that's annoying for your customer, but if you are using an online license, you can create like a buffer, and you can say in a database that your customer can have 10 devices, even if they just bought 9. Okay, so the new device will be licensed automatically, and then you just need to ask him what is the device that he deleted, okay, or he send it to the factory. So yes, you can make this database a little bit smarter, and you can avoid that problem that way.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the next question. Is it possible to send emails with Office 365 account with TLS security on Android devices using SMPT connect function?
I think so. I tried with Gmail and Gmail worked. So I'm assuming that with Office 365 will work the same way. I can try it after this because I don't want to share my password and just say if it worked or not.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
Regarding download folder.
Regarding download folder, I was just in contact with you. There is a security issue in Android 11, and you need to do few extra steps that you will allow to use that D folder.
Yes, yes. You need to use extra steps. You need to, for instance, to do this. Okay. You need to go here. What it is? This one. Okay. Sorry. The reason why I saved first on P folder and then I copied to download folder, that was the reason why. Okay. I'm using Android 11. Okay, here. So if I go to my folder, that's if I can find it. Okay, see, I have my file here, the terminal serial number. Okay, so if you first save to P folder and then you copy, Android will allow you to copy to the download folder. That's why when I open the application, I want to copy. Sorry, I want to copy. Let me exit this. I want to copy from the download folder to the P folder, and only after I have the file in P folder, I can open that file. Okay, Android 10 and 11 doesn't allow you to open a file directly from the folder. You always need to copy the file for your inside folder. Let's call it like that. So yes, you need to be careful with that.
Good. So moving on to the next question. Is there any chance that by a decompiling mechanism, the password saved on encrypt decrypt options is revealed?
Yes, of course. There is not one encryption method that is 100% safe. So if someone told you that, that's lying. So normally what will be pretty difficult to license to and pretty time consuming to do that. So I always say that everything is possible. Okay. If that was not true, we didn't have so many different methods for encryption. So you can also use other ones. Okay. And generate a even more strong encryption method. Okay, so you don't need to use that one. That was a bit weak, if you like to say, but it's a simple and it's for a license. I don't see a big issue with that. But of course, you can improve that using a different encryption method. Okay. But even this one, we know that that's not perfect. Okay, yeah, they will always in the future, maybe they with bigger computers and so on, they will fail. But it's pretty safe.
Yeah, I believe so. Moving on to the next question. Also, could you demonstrate how to perform asymmetric decryptation using a private public key pair instead of a password bundled?
Maybe to a next webinar. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Maybe that's a good topic.
We could take it to another topic. Yes. Just point it out here. And the next question: is it possible to check the hash bcrypt or of a password using Calipso functions?
Yes, it is. See the checksum. Okay, you can send. You can check with MD5 is already obsolete, but you can use SHA 265. Okay, to check hash code. Okay.
Okay, great. Next question. I don't know if you already noticed, when I install the app from the APK package, they show a serial number, but when I install it using Play Store, the number returned by the get serial number command is different. Is it correct?
That's correct, because they are different applications. The one that you generate with your APK, it's one application, and the one that is generated by the key client, it's a different application. It's like, if that was not the case, imagine that you sell application A and application B, and they will generate the same serial number. That's a bit of a problem. So each application will generate a different serial number. That's why. Even the same applies, for instance, to if you are using push notifications. We have a get client ID. Okay, this is a unique number also for a device, and this unique number, it's different from the key client to your final application when you generate the final APK. Okay.
Okay. Moving on. Again, it's the same question. I have a licensed server, and with Android 11 or 12, the get serial number doesn't work.
But it works. I show it here. If it's not working,
yeah, I believe that the best thing, if it's
please send an email to support with the specific device. And please check if you are using the get serial number and not other thing. Okay, check if you are using this, the get serial number, and check if you have the listed key client.
Great, Ricardo. Please send the email to support. Send an email to support, and I believe that they might be able to help you better. Moving on to the next question. Is it possible to keep the old serial number on the factory reset?
No, because we cannot change it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you can change. Okay, so no, it's
Okay.
not possible.
Can we use the device hardware serial number instead?
Not anymore.
Again.
Before you can, but now with the new versions of Android, you can't.
Yeah. If Calipso version changes, the get serial number is always the same in the device.
If you are using the same get serial number, yes. So that's why we have different versions of this.
Okay. Can you
so
show
the
us
way
again? I don't believe. I believe it was. I wasn't showing it on the screen. Sorry, Emmanuel. Can you just show us? Yeah. Okay. You were showing us that you have it according to the version, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But let's see. Next year we launch Calipso 6, or this year we launch Calipso 6. If we will use the same method to generate the serial number, so yes, the serial number will be the same. That's the goal.
Okay, great. This question, I believe it's in is other than this topic. Can we set the communication profile dynamically?
Yes, you can. You can go here, new form, to help you the first time, and you click here, communication profile, and you select what you want to change. Normally, it's just server and maybe the password if you want to change the password. Keep the rest. Make it simple. And that's it. So this will generate a screen, so you can change this dynamically.
Okay, great. Moving on. Is it possible? This one is the same question from before. Calipso is generating the serial number based on some hardware identification, right? So can we get that identification directly instead?
Replying the first question, yes. Replying the second question, no.
No.
So yes, we are. It's a combination of hardware and other things. Okay. That's why if you reset, the serial number will also reset, but that number it's not anywhere in the system. So that's just for Calipso.
We have two more questions. Will you make this example available in the platform samples on your website?
Yes, why not?
We can make it. We can put it there, and we will also share the webinar with everyone. We will also share the documentation link. I can put it.
Yes.
Or can you write it on the chat, Emmanuel? Is it okay?
I can write it on the chat, and I can make it big. Okay. I can put it here. There you go.
Okay, great. Meanwhile, we have more questions. Great. I have an app that uses many HTML viewers, and it contains a CDN JSON file each time. Any way to define the JSON? I believe this is not
that is not the purpose of this
topic
session. Okay,
yes.
Please send that email to
to our support channel, please. Yeah. The last two questions I believe are about what we talked. Coming back to the answer about different serial numbers for different apps, is the app type version coded somewhere in the serial number? Can we investigate which app is sending serial number just by checking?
No, it isn't. No, you can't. If you want to do that, your best option is to create a JSON file and send the name of your application. Okay. because the name of the application or version of the application is not it's not on the serial number, so you cannot extract anything useful in that sentence from the serial number.
Okay, great. I believe this is going to be the last question. Does the serial number changes if Android update will be taken?
Okay. To be honest, I don't know, because sometimes Google change some things. Our best hope is not. Okay. But I cannot guarantee you that. If Google decide to change a lot of things on the operating system, maybe we'll break this feature or not, but probably not. We already have this running for a very long time. But I cannot 100% guarantee that. Okay.
Great. Those were all the questions, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. Before everyone goes, I just want to let you know that we'll be hosting another webinar. Hopefully, it will be on the 25th of February. I was talking previously with Emmanuel, and I believe that we can do it on that date. If we can't, we will tell you, like we did with this one, postponing it. But I believe it won't be able. We won't need to do it. If you want to register now, you have a banner on the top of your screen saying Calipso Studio and RFID webinar. Register now, and well, you can register right now to that webinar. Emmanuel, anything to add?
I hope you like it. The goal is to be very, very quick and very small webinar to give you new ideas. Okay. I hope you like it. If you have questions, send an email to us. And that's it, I think. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice weekend, and we hope to see you on the 25th of February. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.